What is up, everybody? This is another AJ Trip podcast. The game, according to me, I have not done one in about a month, maybe even 2 months or so. When I started doing one every week, and I actually think that you know I probably started off. I probably shouldn't have started off that way. I probably should have maybe just said, I'm gonna do a podcast anytime I felt like it and things like that because things get in the way and doing other things and especially when you can't when I'm a free user and I can't monetize it like you can monetize the YouTube videos and things like that. So, but anyway, again, this is a another game according to me podcast, and what we're gonna talk about today is the baseball analytics and how absolutely foolish it is to just go crazy by them, and I cannot stand it. I really can't. I am all about, um, trying to come up with, find different ways of finding out how's a player is effective and how a player is good, something like that. But really, when you see it, it's like anything else. You know it when you see it. It's the eye test. The eye test tells you everything. It tells me that Peyton Manning's better than Tom Brady. I don't care how many rings Tom Brady has. Peyton Manning's better than Tom Brady. Same thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is better than LeBron, no matter how much more athletic LeBron is. So it's a lot of things that I just I cannot stand, and so it's whatever. But um, there seems to be like this big thing about on base percentage, and you know, if you tell me that on base percentage is is a effective stat, okay, I'll let you know. I'll take that. Yes, 'cause it does make sense, right? Because the higher your on base percentage that means that you have people on base for you know other players to come in and drive you in, possibly, and to have or to get you over or anything. So I totally understand that, right? However, a lot of these folks make on base percentage the end all be all and it acts like it's actually better than batting average, and that's just foolish because guess what, guys? You can get on base all you want, but if nobody doesn't get a hit to drive you in, then you end up looking like the Cubs this year, right? I mean, right? They were talking about Kyle Schwarber and his on base percentage and everything like that, but guess what? Anthony Rizzo hitting 220. Not be able to drive him in is he? So it's just they really need to stop with this, thing that it's somehow better, and it just isn't. It just isn't. Stop it. Batting average still matters. Getting RBIs still matter. But guess what? When you get an RBI, that means you drove in a run. So sit up here and tell me that RBIs don't matter. Fuck you. Yes, it does. The eyes matter, batting average matter, but also on base percentage matters. It's actually, but it doesn't matter as much as the other two. And a lot of these analytics are stupid. Like WAR. Really? WAR wins above replacement is now like the way we determine who's a good player? No. No. It's like that song says, WAR, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. That's exactly what WAR is for. It's for absolutely nothing. And here's the thing about with me and analytics, and I probably was not going to be big into analytics to begin with, but I might have would have given some of them a chance, right? Some of that makes sense, and something like that. But going back a few years ago, when Miguel Cabrera hit for the Triple Crown, first person to do it in years, right? That means it should make him the unanimous MVP. Almost like this year with Russell Westbrook and averaging a triple double. Should be the unanimous MVP. That said, there are actually people on television and radio saying that Mike Trout deserved the MVP because of his WAR. Are you serious? No. That, no. 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 If you want to, talk about, WAR being something, you don't put it up against Triple Crown stats. It's foolishness, and I cannot stand what's going on with this league, and it's pissing me off, and it's affecting the baseball too. I really do think it is affecting the baseball. I think one of the things, I think a lot of people have now gone on into believe that, in fact, and the Cubs do that too. As you can see, they're so into on base percentage that they actually put Kyle Schwarber in the leadoff spot. And one stupid point this year, they had Kyle Schwarber for most of the first month and a half. It was Kyle Schwarber, Chris Bryant, and Anthony Rizzo. 1, 2, 3. No, it's so stupid. Because what? Because they have who the fuck is gonna drive them in? They're the run producers. I don't care if Addison Russell, who by the way hit 220 last year and is hitting 220 this year, if he drove in 95 runs, that was an anomaly. He's not gonna drive you in 95 runs. He's now starting to prove it this year who he is, and he is just not. He's not Barry Larkin like they say he is. He's not. He's Barry Shane Larkin. Really. It's not that good, really. It's just, oh my Lord, man. People just suck the living swallow out of Addison Russell. It's not that good. Not that good. But back to like the leadoffs, but like it's like that doesn't make any sense. And the best hitter is your third hitter. That's just the way it is, and that's the way it always has been. That's what it should be. Chris Bryant should be your third hitter. The cleanup hitter should be Schwarber. And I think ideally I would like Anthony Rizzo maybe to be your fifth hitter. But but if you're gonna put somebody at the two hitter, I would make it Anthony Rizzo as your two hitter. Anything. But in actuality, he should be the five hitter behind Kyle Schwarber, protecting Kyle Schwarber. I don't care about the lefty match. I've never cared for that. the lefty bullshit. The lefties get out lefties, more effective. This is a damn, league where if you make a hit 3 out of 10 times, you're a Hall of Famer. Basically, you're considered to be a great hitter, hitting the ball 3 out of 10 times, getting a hit 3 out of 10 times. So I don't care about the lefty matchup or the righty matchup. It's all bullshit to me. So it doesn't make any sense. But if you're gonna do it, put Anthony Rizzo second, Chris Bryant third, your best hitter, and of course put on Kyle Schwarber as your cleanup hitter. It just sickens me, folks. It sickens me. um, so and just whatever. I really do think, though. Really do think that I hope that this will change, and this is just like a cycle. It's things are cyclical, and I hope this is just a cycle that is the league is going through, and they'll go back to really understanding that the other stats mean as much as it mean not mean as much, but they mean more to figuring it out what a good player is and how you should play such a lineup and things like that, other than these new age stats. Because all of it is bunk. Most of these new age stats is bunk. Wins above replacement is the worst fucking stat in the world. It really is. And it's the analytics have invaded all the sports. It's in football and basketball and baseball and hockey and everything. And I'm just not like a big fan of it, like these analytics, especially if you're gonna tell me that some dumb ass analytics that is more important than than like a real stat. No, it's not. And so for me, you go out and you watch a baseball game, look at your eye test, and eye test can tell you what is good and what is not. Right? You've seen your eye test. So, and then you come around to the stats, and a lot of stats do mean stuff. The real stats, not some of the analytic stuff. Because analytic stuff is, again, it's pretty stupid. But you get my drift. So I got about 1:15 left, and I think I've kind of gone on my rant with the with the analytics in baseball. So I definitely want to thank you guys for listening. For those on YouTube, yeah, there's nothing to watch, so I guess I want to thank you guys for listening as well. So again, yes, subscribe to A20 on YouTube. If you are a gamer, there's A20 Gaming as well that you can subscribe to. Just did a live stream last night of Call of Duty, and got a lot of stuff happening this summer. So the first game is gonna be Madden, and we get games throughout the fall as well. Can't wait for the Sonic games and everything to come out. So all of it will be interesting. So please go over to A20 on YouTube and A20 Gaming on YouTube. Subscribe and join the fun. That will be it for me right now. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all, and I'm out.